Liberty, 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 liberty. Anyway, that's American adverts for you. Well, 79B for opening angle tonight. We are the World Wrestling Federation. We are live in front of 11,000 people tonight from Monday Night Raw. We've got Sting, Ted, Undertaker, Vader, Arn, Brett, Randy, and Sergeant Slaughter. I have been able to get out of my working agreement with... I've been able to get out of my agreement with WWF, so they're now doing a similar show to us each week. And opening up the night, we got Vader, and it gets us 85B+, and that is what we need. Welcome to tonight's Raw. We are 4 weeks away from SummerSlam, and joining me now, the man who will defend the title inside of the steel cage, Vader. And Vader's like, well, Gene, look around. Brett has forced his own funeral. Look, this match is going to be a bloodbath, and it's going to be the night I get this garbage pile off the air. You see, the reason Raw's not doing better than Nitro is people like Bret Hart. I'm going to get rid of him, get him off the air, and help us take over. In 4 weeks' time, I'm going to destroy him. An 85B+, a lovely promo there saying that, you know, he forced Vader's hand in this. He didn't want to do this, and now he's going to be his funeral. The only reason they're losing on the Monday Night Raws at the moment is because of people like Bret Hart. Well, we'll see. In a decent match, IRS defeat Ultimo Dragon in 7:38 back from the stock market crash. IRS 55, Ultimo Dragon 57, IRS in technical. I'm in two minds of getting rid of him or keeping him at the moment, when his contract comes up in a few weeks. In a poor match, the Eliminators defeated the Blue Brothers in 5:42 when Perry Saturn defeated Ron Harris by pinfall the total elimination. Ron Harris 54, Don Harris 54, John Cronus 36, and Perry Saturn 36. Network Prince. As I said, these guys are not over yet. Same as like the Dudley Boys and stuff, but I'll kind of show you what's been going on behind the scenes next week. Not this week, because I found I'm actually not working as any other company, I'll say. 50D+, not bad. Then Sean's backstage, and he calls promo. 72B-, not bad. So SummerSlam, it's going to be three of us facing a Phenom with his manager. This is not going to be a war. What war they want. I am the Heartbreak Kid for a reason, and I'm going to kick ass, and I will be Intercontinental Champion again. Strong words from Michaels. We'll also hear from Undertaker this evening, and we'll also hear from Razor Ramon in a little bit as well on their thoughts on the match. In a decent match, the Ringmaster defeated Juice for the Liger in 8:14 by pinfall the Shotgun. Ringmaster 61, Liger 59, Nowhere Clearance 65C. And then Randy Savage is backstage and he goes, welcome back to the journey you are taking with us tonight. And joining me now, Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah. Last night the bad man got sent packing and I kicked Ted DiBiase, but he wants another round. I say bring it, I'm ready. Ooh, yeah. Like our partners, let's make this Falls Count Anywhere. So we are working, as I have mentioned a few times, we are working closely with, what's the people called? I'll have to do it later because we ain't got a Falls Count Anywhere match on here. Oh, flip. We are working very closely in, combined with our partners over in ECW, so we're going to be doing a match for them. I'll book it in once we've finished, but yeah, for now, that will have to wait. But yeah, we'll book it in. I'll import a load of matches so that I have that match. 78B, not bad. The Razor Ramon gets 66C+. Hey yo, listen up all you Chicos. The first Fatal 4-Way match is bullshit. I'm the one who's going to win and leave as Intercontinental Champion. I'm the best wrestler, and it is my destiny, and it's going to look good, Chico. And he chucks the toothpick at the camera and leaves. 66C+. In the decent match, Ed Shrinks defeated Steiners in 8:17 when Fatu defeated Scott Steiner by the diving double diving headbutt. The Head Shrinks make defense number 3 of their tag team titles. Scott Steiner 67, Rick Steiner 63, Fatu 54, Samu 59, No Work Prince 67C+. In a superb match, Masahiro Chono, Big Boss Man Assange Saw defeat Arn Anderson, Mr. Perfect and Yokozuna in 7:52, and Masahiro Chono defeat Arn Anderson by pinning the Yakuza kick. Saw to 70, Big Boss Man 66, Chono 68, Yokozuna 65, Perfect 83, and Arn Anderson 74. Big Boss Man in Rumble 73B-. A music video shown to promote Sting. In a Balvad Fantasy in Great Wrestling, Sting defeat Earthquake in 8:24 by pinfall. Earthquake 69, Sting 81. No open 76B-. And our main event of the night is Undertaker and Muta taking on Michaels and Razor Ramon in a tag match. In a superb match, the Great Muta and the Undertaker defeated Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon in 1958. When the Great Muta defeated Shawn Michaels by pinfall the Shining Wizard. The Undertaker 72, Great Muta 75. These two are great chemistry and team together, which is interesting. Razor Ramon 67 and Shawn Michaels 70. No work performance, 76B-. That's where we end tonight's Raw with 76B-. Increased our popularity in 7 regions. Lost it in 4. We're going to hit continue. And then we're going to have a quick look and see what WCW did for Monday Nitro. The Monday Nitro is now an A show. It is also now on for an hour and a half like we've done. So it'll be interesting to see who they've used, because I've gone on a bit of a hiring spree as them, as you know. So it's going to be quite interesting to see who they've hired and what's going on with them. So it'll be interesting to see. We've had a good few runs of shows. So, we are still as a company. Who we? Oh yeah, we'll be as ECW for a bit, won't I? Right, so new champions in WCW. Okay, let's have a look what's going on. Nitro. Oh, well, they outbid us. They got 1.49. No, what did we get on there? 4.04. So we won in ratings, but we didn't win overall ratings. They got a 79B. That's how what happened. The top dogs went to double count out with Unholy. The top dogs got Chris Walker, Joe Cruz, Musfata Seed, and Rick Times. So brawl involving Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. Pre-match interview with Karma. You know, the guy we had on our roster and he left. He's only there for 6 months though. He went to no contest with Brad Armstrong. The Cole Twins defeated Sergeant Slaughter, so you got Keith Cole and Kent Cole taking on Rip Rogers and the Gambler. Confrontation involving Paul Orndorff and Max Payne. Paul Orndorff defeated Max Payne, and then in a pre-match interview with Ricky Steamboat and Shane Douglas, and then Michael Haynes and Ric Flair win the WCW World Tag Team titles from Ricky Steamboat and Shane Douglas, which is an interesting setup. New duo. Consider back to when Honky Tonk Man were fishing out as a regular team. There seemed to be a future. So we'll have a quick look at what happened on Saturday night. We don't do a Saturday night show. This only got a 66E+. Shane Douglas then went into no contest with Brad Armstrong. Violent Conduct defeated Tex and Shanigan. Bill Owen and Dennis Knight. Okay. Pre-match interview with Norman the Lunatic. He defeated Rage. Roddy Piper and Bandy William backstage. The Top Dogs defeated the Ring Kings. There you go, that's Susan. The Cole Twins defeated Unholy. Brooklyn Brawler. He defeated Brad Anderson, and then Booked Up Bully defeated Paul Orndorff and Brad. So yeah, they've got. Do you want to have a look at some of the names they've got on their roster now? Liberty. So on the WCW roster, you've got Too Cold, Austin Idol, Barry Windham, Bob Backlund. Who else have they got? Brooklyn Brawler, Brad Armstrong. There's a few weird ones on here. Harley Race. Haku, Greg Valentine, Honky Tonk Man, Hulk Hogan, Jim Powers, Jim Duggan, Bruce Beefcake's on here as well. There's Bruce Beefcake, Carmella, Junkyard Dog, Jules Strongbro. There's some interesting names: Johnny Ace, Ric Flair, Rick Rude, obviously Rick Rude, Ron Simmons. Who I need to shortlist actually because I want to bring him in. At some point, Tanonka, some Terry Funk, the Barbarian, the Blacktop Bully. I'm always interested in who the Gambler is. He's a Jeff Gann. Oh, he's only unwritten. Right, the Gambler's coming. We're taking the Gambler. I'm taking a gamble with the Gambler because I actually do like him, so we're going to hire him. Right, so I'll see you guys in the next part with another edition of Monday Night Raw as we continue the road to SummerSlam. Welcome aboard this rock and roller coaster. We'll have a look at WCW and then we'll have a look at the ECW roster and who they have shared, what talents they share with us. We opened up this night with a video showing Vader, Taker, Ted, Sting, Arn, Big Boss Man, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. And we opened up with 71C+. Nice, he actually did well. Last week, I did not get my say about who's going to come out on top. I don't care who. Right now, in Japan, I am a megastar, main eventing shows for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And now, I'm going to go out and prove why I am the future of the business. And later on tonight, we'll get to see him face off against superstar Razor Ramon, and then we'll get to see Shawn Michaels face Undertaker tonight, and we've got 10,000 people at the San Antonio Coliseum. So we'll get to see Michaels take on Taker and Great Muta take on Razor Ramon. And next week on Raw, it'll be the roles reversal. So the Great Muta, who is there, will be taking on the Undertaker. And Razor Ramon will take on Shawn Michaels as well next week. That is your weekly edition of Monday Night Raw. That will be next week's Raw, which will be quite heel versus heel in a face versus face match. You know, not traditional booking, but it works. In a ballot of pro wrestling analysis and crowd heat, Steven Regal defeated Ted DiBiase in 608 by pinfall the Regal Plex. Steven Regal 56, Tommy Dreamer 22. Regal in performance at 53 C-. In a pool match, the Dudley Boys defeat the Jet Sets in 8:17 when Bob Ray Dudley defeated Rey Mysterio by pinfall. Rey Mysterio 48, Eddie Guerrero 64, Bob Ray Dudley 33, Duvon 30, Bubba Ray and Technol 52D+. Welcome back to Raw, and join me now, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And Ted is like, this is bullcrap. Rules anyway? No rules, it's rubbish, but awesome. Why? Because I can use every dirty trick in my book and not get DQ'd. Look around. Everyone's got a price. And I'll find someone to interfere at SummerSlam for me, because they will have the price. So he's commentating, but he's going to get someone to attack Randy Savage at the next pay-per-view at SummerSlam, which is going to be interesting. In about a good wrestling and decent match, crowd, Juice from the Liger defeated Truly Mansion 18 by pinfall. Truly Mansion 66, Liger 65, so by his injury, 71 C+. Everyone keeps telling me this guy's going to be a megastar, so I am pushing him to the moon at the moment. 69 C+, so you think I played my own funeral tune? No, I have not, because this is my battle, and I'm going to win back my WWF World title once and for all. And that's SummerSlam. For all at SummerSlam, and it's going to be the night I stand on top of the mountain where I belong, because I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Thank you, Bret Hart, 69C+. In about these matches, much heat, Jerry Lawler defeated Barry Horowitz in 749 by pin the pole jar. Barry Horowitz 36, Jerry Lawler 58, no working room, 53 C-. And Race is just like, all the same, it's all the same. I'm going to say this. All I'm going to say is, the clock is ticking, and I'm coming. Taker's time is limited. 68 C+, and he just walks off. And then in a good match, the Great Muta defeated Razor Ramon in 8:15 by pinfall the Shining Wizard. Razor Ramon 66, the Great Muta 71, no work appearance, 74 B-. After the match, the Great Muta celebrated his victory, and Shawn Michaels runs an attack, beating Muta down to the mat. And then the Undertaker comes out, and they have a match. And about fantastic and great wrestling, the Undertaker defeats Shawn Michaels in 8:01 by pinfall the Tombstone Piledriver. Shawn Michaels 71, Undertaker 71, the Undertaker in performance 76 B-. And your main event of the night is going to be Vader defending that WWF World Heavyweight title he currently holds against Sting. In an exceptional match, the Vader defeated Sting in 21:57 by pinfall the Vader Bomb. Vader makes defense number 3 of his WWF World Heavyweight title, an 86 B+. Sting 82, Vader 93, Vader in flying, 86 B+. After the match, Vader is celebrating his victory in a ring when Bret Hart runs in and attacks him, beating Vader down into the mat. So it goes to 73 B-. That's where I end tonight's show with an 81 B. That increased our popularity in all 16 regions. Yeah, that ain't going to happen very often, is it? It might do when we start doing the Vader versus Sting storyline after WrestleMania, after SummerSlam. That'll give you an inkling of where we're going with this company. Many people would know that anyway. We haven't used Stan Hansen. He might appear at next week. So we're going to have a quick look and see what WCW did to counteract that great show. I've ordered a massive order from McDonald's, which my fiance is now bringing home with her. So shall we talk about my order from McDonald's, what I'm going to get today? What's the date today? So on the 18th of the 2nd, 2020, I ordered, this is no joke guys, a sweet chili chicken wrap, a Grand Big Mac with bacon, with a Coke and a sticky sweet barbecue sauce and some Big Mac dipping sauce. Yep, and a Malteser McFlurry. Hey, I wanted McDonald's. So yeah, we got an 81B, we got a sellout crowd, we got 4.11 on TV, on the NBC Super Channel, which I found out runs out, which probably vanish next year. Nitro, 76B-. The Gold Friends defeated the Alley Cats. Texan Shanghai defeated Team Slaughter. Lord of the Rings, they really like their tag matches, don't they? Lord of the Rings, Barry Dawson. Who are you? You're Chris Walker. So we're going to have a quick look and go personal. So Chris Walker's in the top dogs. What are you in? So Barry Dawson and Honky Tonk Man, the Lord of the Rings, and then Joe Coos and Chris Walker are the top dogs. That's interesting. Bobby Eaton defeat Al Poe. I don't know why he's opening up. Best of show a segment with Michael Haynes, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, and Barry Windham, and then they have Haynes, Ric Flair defeating Hogan and Windham to retain the WCW Tag Team titles in the main event. First time we've seen Hogan in action actually on Nitro, which is nice to see. Rick Rude staying with WCW? I think not. What are they offering him? Everyone likes Rick Rude, so it's someone I'm interested. See, this is why we're going to outdo him. I want creative control. I'll be willing if financials improved. Well, there you go. You can have 25,000. There you go. Right, good. Saturday night, brawl involving Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. Vital Conduct defeated Cole Twins. Well, let's see if I invite them. Bill Aaron and Tyler Main. Brad Armstrong defeated Mustafa Seed. Z-Man defeated Dustin Rhodes. Watts defeated Cass, Huntino, and Bagwell. And then Lex Luger defeated Paul Orndorff, which is not bad actually. There we go. We'll do all that. And we're going to have a quick look and just have a quick look at why WCW won't do any hirings. See, WCW World Championship Wrestling is a cult company. They're quite popular, but they just won't offer written contracts. So I'm going to have a look into Bischoff in a minute and just see if there's anything I can do with that. But over on to ECW side, we are working with Extreme Championship Wrestling. ECW. Now the issue is they've lost Jimmy Snooker, who was their championship to WCW. Where is it? ECW Rise. The regional. Oh, okay, that's nice. Devon Hughes. Don't tell you on here, but yeah, he's like 50 years old at this time in the database, I do believe. Let's have a quick look. Jimmy, we'll have a quick look at Jimmy Snooker. So yeah, he was in ECW, he's left. He's 50, he's a 24-year pro, and he's gone to WCW. That's nice of them. They can have him, but I don't. But yeah, ECW working closely with them, and that to the point where they've hired a few of our guys. So you got Brian Knobs, who we released. That's fine. Bubba Ray Dudley, Bushwhacker Butch, Bushwhacker Luke, Chris Michaels. Donnie Allen, Devon Dudley, of course, Easy Rider, Glenn Osborne, Hunter Q. Robbins, Jay Surley, Jerry Lawler, Joe Sags, Jim Burnsill, Jim Minoxie, Jerry Styles, Johnny Hotboy, J.T. Smith, Juice von der Liger, Larry Winters, Masahiro Chono, Mortez, Pulley Dangerously, Peaches, Pitbull 1, Ray Apollo, Rockin' Rebel, Silvertor Bollamore, Simone Warrior, Stevie Wonder, Super Destroyer 1 and 2, Super Ninja, The Great Muda, The Sandman, The Tonga Kid, The Tiger Mask 3, Todd Gordon, Tommy Kurosh, Tommy Dreamer, Tony Staton, and Ultimo Dragon. Where's Rob? Right, I'm gonna have to come in as Paul Heyman and get Robin Dunn on there because he should be on that roster as well. That was one of the people I was trying to get hold of. Right. I'm going to go away and get these problems fixed, and I'll be with you guys again on Monday night for another edition of Monday Night Raw. Welcome to probably this worst episode ever of WWF. I've been planning on doing it for a while. Bringing in having two main titles, having the WWF Championship and the World Championship, so that we can use the WWF Championship to build up people like Yoko, like the Vader and Bret Hart and stuff. But I've then got a mega star, and I want to push him as the figurehead of the company after him signing a 10-year contract. So that's what we're going to do. He gets a 77 Beanie Open Angle Warrior. Tonight I return to where I started my. Tonight I return as we start the journey to crown a new WWF World Champion. Tonight is a one-night singles tournament for this new title. Tonight, this is war. There's meant to be a video package, and obviously it didn't. I forgot to add it. So in the next exceptional match, Mr. Perfect defeated Sting in 821 by pin with the Perfect Plex. Mr. Perfect 80, Sting 80, no workarounds. I've looked at everybody who's over the past few 2 months or so, other than Warrior, to see who would make a good match with Warrior in the main event tonight. In about fantastic and great wrestling, the Ultimate Warrior defeated Arn Anderson in 801 by pin for the Running Splash. Arn Anderson 80, Warrior only got a 73. Oh, he might find himself out of contract quicker than I thought. We'll see how he goes. We're going to give him up until Royal Rumble time, and we'll see where he is at Royal Rumble time, but yeah, we'll see. It's only 4B minus, not the best. Randy Savage is backstage, and Warrior is back, and WWF have got a huge one over WCW tonight. With a new world title being introduced tonight, I've got to ask Randy, what are your thoughts? And Randy goes, oh yeah, it is huge, brother, but look around. Randy don't need a title, nor does Ted. He's going to pay off someone to fit in my match. Oh yeah, anyone comes out, I'm going to hit them with chairs and whatever is hand. Like Jerry Lawler, I could go to ECW and kick ass. 78B. A video hyping up Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon, your next match of the night. In above had superb wrestling and great heat, Shawn Michaels defeated Razor Ramon in 8-10 by from the Sweet Chin Music. These two have great chemistry in their performance. Shawn Michaels 76, Razor 81, Razor Ramon in technical, 74 be honest. In about these wrestling but didn't have much little heat, Tiger Mask 3 defeat Chris Benoit in 748 by from the Moonsault. Benoit 53, Tiger Mask 45, Noah Prince 52D+. Vader attacks Bret Hart backstage and leads him down and out. Next up is The Undertaker versus Great Muta. And above a great heat and good wrestling, The Undertaker defeated Great Muta in 7:55 by Pill the Tombstone Pile Driver. The Undertaker makes defense number 5 of his WWF Intercontinental title. Great Muta 70, Undertaker 69, no work appearance, 72 B minus. In an exceptional match, Ted DiBiase, Vader, and Yokozuna defeated Sergeant Slaughter, Randy Savage, and Bret Hart in 1945, and Vader defeated Sergeant Slaughter by from the Vader Bomb. Bret Hart 80, Randy Savage 85, Sergeant Slaughter 74, Yokozuna 63, Vader 84, and Ted DiBiase 74. Vader in flying and Yokozuna in technical. Now, I am going to be confirming this match for the following pay-per-view, aka SummerSlam. Is it already booked? Silent Slaughter, yeah, it is. I booked it. Okay. So yeah, you can also get Silent Slaughter via Yokozuna at the WWF SummerSlam event. I'm not sure what else is going to happen on that night. Bret sustained a stinger in this match. I don't know what one of them is. Yokozuna got some heat because he felt like he was going to stay good, caused Bret Hart to get there. Mr. Perfect versus Ultimate Warrior tonight in the main event. In the battle, had fantastic heat and great wrestling. The Ultimate Warrior defeated Mr. Perfect in 21:34 by from the running splash. Ultimate Warrior wins the WWF World Championship title. Ultimate Warrior was visibly time towards the end. Mr. Perfect 80, Warrior 70, no occurrence. Oh. Okay, it wasn't a good idea putting a new belt on him. We didn't even sell out the venue. We only got 9,497 here tonight. Ugh. My booking decision, having him as the face of the company, is going to be changed in the near future. Literally after this show, I'm going to take him out as the face of the company. But we're going to end the show. Oh, it didn't show us our final rating. Ew. Well, anyway, we're going to have a quick look at what our final rating was, and then we'll have a look at what's going on with WCW Raw. WCW, I'm going to take him out as being our figurehead because, oh, God, that is atrocious. I'm sorry. But visibly tiring after a 21-minute match. I didn't even do the full 25 minutes, what I like to do with world titles. We outbeat Raw, though. We got 79B, 4.10 on the Richter scale. Raw did out Warfare Tour. WC's Saturday night was the better show. Junkyard Dog defeated Danny Cass. Jimmy Snuka defeated Mustafa Seed. King Kong Bundy defeated Steve Armstrong. Tony Atlas defeated Eric Watts. And Orndorff and Beefcake defeated the Faces of Fear. But what the hell was going on with Nitro last night? Bret Hart is at the sideline, which is not good. Violent Conduct went to no contest with the Top Dogs. There was a confrontation involving Hulk Hogan and Lex Luger. Dustin Rhodes defeated Shanghai Priest to retain the United States title. Skit involving Ric Flair, Dynamite Kid. Confrontation involving Norman the Lunatic and Z-Man. Norman the Lunatic defeated Z-Man. Rick Rude defeated Robbie. Conversation involving Roddy Piper. Rick Rude and Roddy Piper. King Kong Bundy defeated Steve Armstrong, and then Jimmy Snuka and Greg Valentine. And Jimmy Snuka defeated Greg Valentine by DQ in the main event. That is a shit show of Nitro. Yeah, they got King Kong Bundy, and I released Dynamite Kid, and they hired him after I released him because he was not pulling his weight, which is another thing that will happen. Also, we've now got Rob Dunn over in ECW. Yeah, but what we're going to do now, I'm going to really piss him off. But yeah, where's figurehead? Remove. It's going to really annoy him, but I'll give him some money to make him happy. But I cannot have a figurehead who's not going to be able to do He's on a big money contract as well, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to keep to it. He's on 57,000 a year. I might keep him up until Royal Rumble time, see how he goes as champion, but if he hasn't improved, and by then he's probably going to be released. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for this booking decision by me. I should have just left him where he was. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you again in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Welcome back to probably this lackluster go-home edition of Raw before the SummerSlam show. The reason for that is I ain't got enough storylines to cover a whole night, hour and a half of Raw, but I will do after SummerSlam. We've got 10,000 people tonight at the Ohio Millet Hall. Sold out. We've got Vader, Warrior, Hart, Undertaker, Perfect, Ted, Savage and Slaughter in the opening package. 85 plus from Warrior, so goes the world champion. So the world champion is here on Monday Night Raw. And tonight, great friends join forces together against Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. Tonight, me and Sting are going to run roughshod over the Three Horsemen, and we're going in SummerSlam with victories because tonight the Blade Runners are live on Raw. 85B plus. In about the great wrestling, Good Heat Masahiro Chono defeat Bam Bam Bigelow in 7:53 by pinfall the Yakuza kick. Bam Bam Bigelow 72, Masahiro Chono 72. No work wins a 76B minus. In about D's Western Bum Treat, the Bushwhackers defeat the Blue Brothers in 7:45, and Bushwhacker Butch defeat Ron Harris by pinfall the Batroom Ram. Ron Harris 49, Don Harris 50, Bushwhacker Butch 53, Bushwhacker Luke 43, Bushwhacker Butch in performance 52D plus. And Shawn Michaels is like, welcome back to the shithole show where Dadman walks with my title. Look around this Sunday Night Live on pay-per-view. I'm going to super kick all of them and become the WWF Intercontinental Champion. And I would like to announce that also at SummerSlam we're going to be announcing another Fatal 4-Way match, and it will be from the tag team division, as it will feature the Rock and Roll Express, the Steiners, the former champions, Head Shrinkers, and of course Jim Nadine Hart and Owen Hart will all be on hand for the title match at SummerSlam. So 70 plus for that, not bad. And a decent match from the Liger defeat the Ringmaster in 806 by pinfall the Shooting Star Press. Liger 53, Ringmaster got a 65, no work win, 63C. And then Dead to be and Randy Savage are backstage and all breaks out and they start brawling with each other. 75B minus. In a superb match, Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon defeat the Great Muta and Undertaker 82. When Razor Ramon defeat the Great Muta by pinfall the Razor's Edge. Undertaker 75, Great Muta 77, Razor's Ramon 72, Shawn Michaels 70, Razor Ramon in Technical. 76B minus. After the match is over, the Muta and Undertaker left down. Michaels and Ramon are celebrating when they stop to see their opponents still on the ground and beat them up. 72B minus. We then have a decent match. Brian Pillman defeated Typhoon in 803 by pinfall the Air Pillman. Typhoon 52, Brian Pillman 66. No work opponent 63C. And then we have a contract signing. We have Bret Hart and Vader in the ring for a contract signing. For the Open match, Dean Oakland serves as host of the contract. So Bret Hart signs the contract first, before over to Vader, drops his name down, making the match official. How things don't engage afterwards, and Bret Hart and Vader get into a massive brawl. 75B minus. And then we head into... Nope. Yes, we do, because we already got the match booked. Into our main event, which gets 77B. In above a fantastic heat and great wrestling, the Ultimate Warrior and Sting defeat Arn Anderson and Truly Blanchard in 25-15, when Sting defeat Arn Anderson by pinfall. Sting 74, Ultimate Warrior 73, Truly Blanchard 62, Arn 75, no work point 77B. That's where we end tonight's show. So the Ultimate Warrior debuted in a power spot showcase his strength, his psychology will be able to help by using this as a go-to spot in the future. It's the only thing he's got going for him. 77B, it lost its popularity in 4 versions but gained it in 7. So we're going to hit continue, we'll have a look at what Nitro did tonight. See how they fared with the Blade Runners reunion. But yeah, I know it's a lackluster show, so don't judge me. I've tried my best for this show. I know it was lackluster, but I wasn't sure what to do with it, to be honest, how we could expand. But I think every angle kind of gets everybody hyped. Dynamite Kid's injured, badly. What's he got? Concussion. Ooh. How long is he going to be out for then? Not that one. Physical. The military concussion needs to be back. 27 days. Monday Night Raw outbid everyone with the Ultimate Sting defeating Tully Ranch in the main event. Well, sellout crowd 4.30. WC Nitro got a 1.44 and 8,750, 74 B minus. The face of fear, Texan Shanigan. Confrontation between Hulk Hogan and Michael Haynes. Diamond Kid defeated Fury. Missy Hart and Ric Flair. Kent Cole and King Persons. Kent Cole and Persons defeated by Armstrong, Sargent and Parker and Violent Conduct. And then Lex Luger defeated Jim Duggan. And on Saturday night, Camilla, Jules Strongbro, Faces of Fear, defeated Texan Shang, Rick Rude, and then Lex Luger defeated Jimmy Snooker. What a very good show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you again at SummerSlam this coming Sunday night. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome back to the World Wrestling Federation. Tonight is SummerSlam 1993. This is Ross from WWF SummerSlam, World Wrestling Federation, being held by the World Wrestling Federation. It's been held in full of 24,276 people at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Let's have a Google of that place, shall we? As means this show, these shows normally go quite quickly. We'll have a look where we are. The Palace of Auburn. Thank you. Guess there eventually with me. Are we indoors? Are we outdoors? Ooh, that's a nice thingy. Yep, that's where we are tonight. That's the home to SummerSlam. So, picture that place with a wrestling ring and loads of fans and wrestlers. In the fridge, we had decent wrestling, but then cheat Sid Vicious, Tully Blanchard, Harlem Heat, and defeat Diamond Dogs Page, Johnny Polo, and the Eliminators 11-3, and Tully Blanchard defeat John Cones by submission. John Corliss 39, Perry Saturn 40, Johnny Polo 45, Diamond Dogs Page 52, Tully Blanchard 63, Sid Vicious 55, Stevie Ray 43, and Booker T 44. Diamond Dogs Page in Techno 54 C minus. In the picture at decent wrestling, but I'm a cheat. Typhoon, Earthquake, and Bam Bam Bigelow defeat Lance Storm, Jerry Lynn, and Matt Hardy in 12-13. When Bam Bam Bigelow defeat Jerry Lynn by putting the diving head, but these all working in our training grounds. Matt Hardy 32, Jerry Lynn 38, Lance Storm 36, Bam Bam Bigelow 73, Earthquake 73, and Typhoon 56. Earthquake and Technical, Matt Hardy in Rumble, and Typhoon in Rumble 56 C minus. Excuse me, yawning. Oh. In the pool pre-show match, RVD, Barry Horowitz, Tommy Dreamer, Conan, and Brian Lawler defeat Dave Finlay, Chris Benoit, Doink the Clown, IRS, and Mankind in 15-25. With Van Dam defeat Chris Benoit both in the Van Daminator. Brian Lawler 35, Conan 39, Tommy Dreamer 30, Barry Horowitz 39, Rob Van Dam 46, Mankind 57, IRS 57, Doink the Clown 52, Chris Benoit 53, Dave Finlay 47, RVD in Rumble, Conan Technical, Brian Lawler in Rumble in Performance, and Barry Horowitz in Performance 51D+. And then we have another night. WWF continue tonight. The WWF continues its changing face for the future. When we see matches never been foreseen on WWF pay-per-view, tonight the USA will witness history, and now WWF presents SummerSlam. We got to the stacked venue where Pryor go off, and before the match, announcers get to talk. Shawn Michaels' music hits, and I need to do something quickly. Would be a lot easier if I did this properly. Is it that way? Nope. I've gone past it. Excuse me, guys. Let me do this. This is important. I forgot to do this. There it is. Need the fat man on the background because this ain't real. Perfect. That's better. Shaw's like, okay, no instructions for the announcers tonight. Cut the crap. Let's kick the show off with my match so I can win my championship back and leave this rubbish town. So 9B Boss now. The issue is Great Muda's not here tonight. Jason Liger ain't here tonight. Masahiro Chono, Sam Hansen are not here tonight. So the match has had to change a little bit. So we've replaced the Great Muda with Brian Pillman. In about a great heat and good wrestling, Shawn Michaels defeat Brian Pillman, Razor Ramon, and The Undertaker in a 4-way match in 14:55. Shawn Michaels is once again. And Shawn Michaels defeated Brian Pillman both in the Sweet Chin Music. Shawn Michaels now is the WWF World Intercontinental Champion. She didn't pin Razor Ramon or The Undertaker. He pinned Brian Pillman. Michaels 71, Brian Pillman 66, Razor Ramon 71, The Undertaker 68. Pillman informs 77B. I had to put over. I wanted to get the belt off The Undertaker because I got plans for The Undertaker without a title. I just wanted him because I've noticed, I've looked into it. He never had the Intercontinental title, but now he can say he did. So yeah. In about a great heat and good wrestling, the Ringmaster defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 7:58 by pinfall with a stun gun. Sergeant Slaughter 76, Ringmaster 63, no opponents. He's complained that he says he's the main event. He's a main event star, and the only reason stopping him from being a main event star is politics on the radio show. So we're going to try and push him and see how he goes. That's what we're going to do now. 73B minus, not bad. In about a decent match on the crowd was Subpar Wrestling. Coco Beware defeated Papa Shango in 7:46 by pin the Birdbuster. Papa Shango 50, Coco Beware 42. Papa Shango in performance 49D plus, not bad. In a decent match, the Head Shrinkers defeated Nadine and Owen Hart, the Rock and Roll Express and the Steiners in 14:41 when Samu defeated Ricky Morton by pin the double diving headbutt. The Head Shrinkers make defense number 4 of their WWF World Tag Team titles. Scott Steiner 67, Rick Steiner 64, Owen Hart 56, Jim Nadine 57, Robert Gibson 54, Ricky Morton 56, Fatu 57, Samu 59, Ricky Morton in performance, Rick Steiner in technical, Rick Steiner in performance, Scott Steiner in performance, and Fatu in technical of 67C+. That's a nice match. In about a great heat and good wrestling, Sting defeated Jerry Lawler in 10:15 by pinfall. Jerry Lawler 53, Sting 77, no workman 72B minus. In a superb match, Big Boss Man defeated Mr. Perfect in 12:50 by pinfall. Mr. Perfect 83, Big Boss Man 60. No opponents, that's an 879B. In above our decent wrestling room sheet, the Jet Set defeated the Blue Brothers in 808 when Eddie Guerrero defeated Ron Harris by pinfall with the Frog Splash. Ron Harris 51, Don Harris 51, Rey Mysterio Jr. 46, Eddie 59, Eddie in performance and Ray in performance, 57C minus. In a decent match, Jim Burnsall defeated the Tonga Kid in 809 by pinfall. The Tonga Kid 52, Jim Burnsall 51. No work movements as 55C minus. In above a good heat and decent wrestling, Yokozuna defeated Crush in 707 by pinfall. The Bonsai Drop. Yokozuna 64, Crush 58. No work movements 67C plus. In a poor match, the Dudley Boys defeated the Bushwhackers in 9:32 and Bubba Ray Dudley defeated Bushwhacker Luke by pinfall. Bushwhacker Butch 55, Luke 44, Bubba Ray Dudley 37, Devon 36, but Devon in Rumble. So 49D plus, MLC sprain there. In a poor match, Dos Caras defeated Stephen Regal in 808 by pinfall with the Dos Caras Clutch. Stephen Regal 56, Dos Caras 32, no Ugbrins 49D plus. In above a fantastic in great wrestling, the Ultimate Warrior defeated Arn Anderson in 22-28 by pin the running splash. The Ultimate Warrior makes defense number 1 of his WWF World Championship. He is visibly tiring. Arn Anderson sustained a spleen saturation. Arn Anderson 78, Ultimate Warrior 71. Ultimate Warrior in technical 78B, not bad. Backstage heat on Ultimate F's botch caused Arn Anderson to get hurt. Great. In the next search match, Ted DiBiase defeated Randy Savage in a Falls Count Anywhere match in 24:44 by pin with the diving back elbow drop following interference from IRS. Ted DiBiase 72, Savage 87, no work bumps. He did his promise, but that's the end of that storyline. It kind of had Ted DiBiase come out on top because he cheated to win, but there's no rules in a Falls Count Anywhere match. An 80B, that's not bad. And your main event of the night will see Bret Hart taking on Vader inside a steel cage. In an exceptional match, Vader defeated Bret Hart in a cage classic match in 30 minutes 04 by pinfall with a Vader Salt. Vader makes defense number 4 for his WWF Championship. Bret Hart 72, Vader 82. Vader in flying. That's where we end tonight's show with a 79B. Because the 78B overall, it lost its popularity in 3 regions but increased it in 2. Get to the same in others, and that means I'm going to have to give my money where my mouth is. Ted DiBiase, Randy Savage, and Sting tonight impressed me the most, so I'm going to give them all a praise. And I'll see you guys tomorrow or later on in the week for the Road to Survivor Series, which means we've got no events now until November, until we start doing the announce, because I'm not going to do anything like Champions of Champions again. But yeah, so I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next episode this week. Thank you for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed SummerSlam, and we'll begin with new storylines as we head to Survivor Series.